Hello there. Today I got in from my order from Entertainment Earth for this figure here, the VC196, the gaming grade Scout Trooper from Jedi Fallen Order. Really impressed with this figure, actually, my first impressions of him. So we'll go through, basically we'll talk about the figure itself, then I'm going to compare him to the most recent release, which is actually from 2006. It was the vintage Saga collection. They did that Return of the Jedi wave and came out with a Biker Scout. Pretty much every Biker Scout that's come out from then has been a repaint of that guy. So all the way through the Black Series 3.75 wave. And I want to show something of a neat little feature on this guy when we get to it. But let's start with the card. So we have here, I got, it's the Star Wars logo there, and then a picture of the Scout Trooper from the game. And if you've played Jedi Fallen Order, you know not to let these guys get too close because they can do some damage, especially if there's more than one of them. And it's from the Jedi Fallen Order game there. It's a pretty good image. I'm really liking that. So, and here's the figure himself, and it looks really good. And they got that little harness, and then the Electra staff, and as a lot of people have pointed out, it's got a holster and no sidearm. In the game, he does not use a pistol, so that's why it wasn't included. And it's just, since it's a straight basically a repaint with one little improvement on, which I'll point out in a minute. It's basically, like I said, the same figure from the vintage Saga collection, and he came with a holster, and so they just left that on there. But that's the front there. Let's take a look at the back. So we have here, you have VC196, like I said, and here's the rest of the wave. And so far, I'm kind of impressed. I've gotten this guy here, which I did a review, and I'll put a link at the end of this video for that one. And then this is the only guy I have. I passed on getting the battle droid. I just didn't really have a place for him. I've seen reviews of him. It's an excellent figure. It just did not fit in my collection, so I decided to pass. I'm not a completionist by any means, so that's fine. I didn't need him. And besides, I made up for it with the amount of this guy that I bought. And then I'm still waiting on my Purge Trooper coming from Entertainment Earth. I actually still have one more Scout Trooper coming from Hasbro Pulse, and we'll save that one for later. But there's the rest of the card there, all the legalese and everything else. So, but again, another nice card for carded collectors. I actually do keep the cards. It's kind of weird. I'm figuring out a way to try to display them. I don't know how yet, but I'll figure something out. Alright, so now let's take a look at the figure itself. So it comes with this great little electric staff here with the electrical energy that can pop off fairly easily, as I just barely touched it. But it loops on there. It stays on there pretty good. It's just kind of a fluke thing there. And got this little, like I said, this I want to say removable, but it's very hard. I've already tried it once because of what I plan on doing with this guy. But just a quick look at the figure here. And so it has basically the same articulation as the vintage Saga collection version. Let me take his weapon out for a second there. And you can see, so it's ball hinged shoulders, ball hinged elbows, swivel wrist at the glove, not the actual wrist. And he does have ball hinged hips there, as well as ball hinged knees and ankles. And of course, since it's pretty much a straight repack for that, no ball hinge there, but that's fine. That's still a fairly new bit of articulation, but I can't praise enough. Now here's the one thing that they have changed on this figure is it is not just a ball head. It is one of those, pop it off here. It is one of those little barbell double ball things, joints there. pop that back on. And what's really nice about this, and I'll show you in a minute when I compare him with other figures, is that his head looks up a little bit more, so you can actually put this guy on a speeder bike and he can actually look at where he's going. You can see that tree he's about to hit. So we'll take a look at that in a minute, a little bit more. But also, actually, there's nothing really holding me back now. Let me just grab the rest of these figures I want to compare them to, and we'll make a nice little comparison. Okay, so here are the other modern biker scouts that I have that I actively display that I figured I'd compare them to. This is the Vintage Saga Collection, or Black Series 3.75. I think it was also released in the Legacy Collection, except the midsection was a little different color. But this is the biker scout from that era. Here's obviously the VC196, and here is the Power of the Jedi biker scout, which I really did like for its day. I'm not bashing it at all, but it's just something I've wanted to improve on this shelf. I had planned on originally just taking my time and getting more of this guy. And I'll tell you what, I am glad I waited for him, because this guy is a much better figure than this guy. Not that this is a bad figure, because this guy's still going to be displayed on my indoor shelf. It's a really great likeness. It's really good, but there is one thing I've noticed, is he has swivel hips, and like I said, it's a straight ball head, and that is what I want. So he can't, whoops. So the one thing as I can show you here is this guy, when he looks up, that's as far as he looks, where this one with that extra, like that barbell bit in the head, can actually look up a little bit better. So when they're on the speeder bike, he's actually kind of looking more straight ahead. And that's fine for, my indoor shelf. I can still display this guy because he still looks great with his articulation the way it is, because I will have one that does not have a speeder bike to ride, because there's going to be an Ewok on it on my indoor shelf as I upgrade that. And I think I've talked about it in my indoor Leia video for the 50th Lucasfilm vintage collection figure that just came out, that I am doing a project where I'm going to reorganize my indoor shelf and make it look more like a battle than the formation display that I have out there. And I think it's going to look really cool. Very interesting. But these guys are a big key to that, as well as the new Han that's coming out, because I want to upgrade the Han that's on there, and then also getting that Leia. And then the only thing I really need for that is an R2D, a battle damaged R2D2 that looks better than the one I'm actually going to put there for now, but I still think it'll work for what I'm doing. And but anyway, back to this guy. That's a video for another day. But these guys, again, I think it's a really great improvement over that. And then when I get the rest of I have like the Purge Trooper to come in. When I get that done, I'm actually going to do another video about a kind of a wish list for the Gaming Greats line, because I do want it to continue, especially if they're giving us quality figures like this. And especially because this is going to make a great army builder, and as you'll see in an upcoming video. But anyway, that's pretty much all I've got for now. I would say look in GameStop. I think there's where they're showing up. If you're going online, you can do that game. I think Paul's Collectibles got his from GameStop, and they did a pretty good job if you're a carded collector with the way they came in. Entertainment Earth always guarantees mint and package, which is great. Hasbro Pulse will get them out eventually. And so if you're looking for online sources, but if you're trying to find them in store, I think GameStop will be the one to find, except for the Purge Trooper, which is an Entertainment Earth exclusive. But that should do it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you're not a subscriber already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Would love to have you as part of the channel. leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Is this a figure that you're looking forward to getting, or not? I'm just, curious. I always, we all collect differently, right? And I like to celebrate that fact on this channel, that we all do things differently. And but that's pretty much it for now. So, like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, may the Force be with you.
Remember, the Force will be with you always. The Force will be with you.